Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to CGTN special live stream right here at Qinghai Lake in northwest China's Qinghai province. I'm Jinhui.
I'm Liang. Greetings from the plateau.
Yeah, we're now standing on the plateau, which is Qinghai Xizang Plateau. So with an altitude of over 3,000 meters above sea level.
Yes.
So if we were a bit out of breath during the stream, please
pardon us.
Yeah, I mean it's a plateau.
Yeah.
And right beside us, this is Jinhui River. It's a small river that stretches 25 kilometers long.
Yeah.
And it flows directly to the Qinghai Lake. Yeah, and Liang, you know, this is my first time being here on a plateau in Qinghai Lake.
How do you feel right now?
Wow, so far so good.
Okay.
You know,
you don't feel any high altitude sickness?
Well, to be honest, on the very first day after we arriving at the Xining, the capital city of Qinghai, I was like a little bit headache. But you know, after that, we drove all the way from Xining to Gangchai County and to the west side of the Qinghai Lake. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Actually,
amazing. You know, the scenery, they really saved me.
Road.
Yeah, they revitalized me. As you can see, the meadows are lush with green grass. And if you're lucky enough, you can see herds of cattle, sheep, yak.
And even horse.
Yeah, even horse. Just a white horse. Yeah, ran away from us.
Yeah, before the live stream come to us, it was a beautiful moment, I would say.
You want to show on the camera.
Yes.
Yeah, and besides, and also you can see a lot of birds, water birds that are
behind
flying freely in the sky. I mean, everything is just so perfect.
Just like in the movie. We live in the movie. This is what we feel now.
Yeah, and I know, Liang, so this is your
third time.
I'm
Exactly.
so envious of you.
Yeah, over the
I'm
past.
curious that, have you bored of the beautiful scenery?
How come? I don't think anyone would come here for a few times and get bored with the scenery like this. I would say if I come 100 times, I will have 100 different feelings. Because according to my experience, over the last 5 years, I've been here for 3 times for business trip, and each trip really brought me new and unique experience, making me coming back for more.
Tell us more.
Yeah, this is because of the biodiversity, the rich biodiversity in Qinghai province. So every time I came here, it allows me to explore the new and rare species, even along the road. As you can see, it's not only the yaks and sheep and hoes, it's something more.
Yeah, more endangered, vulnerable species.
Yeah, it's really hard to see, but you can all have it here. For example, the first time is like 5 years ago. I came here and I saw a Tibetan antelope. You know, that beautiful creatures.
That's
they are
very
running.
Rare.
Yeah, exactly. They're running away on the plateau with those kind of belch-like colored fur, so beautiful under the sunshine.
And the second time?
Second time I saw Tibetan foxes like hunting in the snowfield. Can you imagine that? It's really like come to some Disney movie for me.
Yeah.
And then
it looks cute.
Yeah, and then the third time even the Tibetan bears. It's big and huge with 2 little babies with her. That was a beautiful memories. I believe if you are wildlife lovers, you would adore this place as much as I do. And to be honest, this is the first time that I've been get so close to the beautiful Qinghai Lake.
Yeah,
exactly.
So as you said, I think Qinghai Lake is a place that worth you visit again and again. Yeah. So speaking of Qinghai Lake, maybe you've never heard of Qinghai province, but you must have heard of Qinghai Lake. Yeah, Qinghai Lake is China's largest inland saltwater lake.
Exactly.
And it's also listed as the most beautiful inland lake by China's National Geographic. And exactly, it's the most beautiful one.
And yeah, we set up Qinghai Lake National Natural Reserve over here. As you can see, now you're watching I think it's a sand island.
Yeah.
So it's actually combined a lot of different geographic landscape.
Yeah, look at the color.
Look at the color, the tourism lake.
I mean, the lake is like a mirror to itself. It's reflecting the sky, the thick clouds, so it makes the color like emerald green, right?
Yeah. When you come here, you will understand why the locals call it like a 蓝宝石. It's like a blue gem. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also, I want to tell more about Qinghai Lake because it's super important for the whole system of the Qinghai Xizang Plateau and even Qinghai province. So first, what's special about this lake? First one, it's super, super big. It stands over 4,000 square kilometers. Yeah. And second, because it stands on the Qinghai Xizang Plateau, the average altitude is about 3,000 meters above sea level. So the weather conditions changes pretty fast, like we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Rainy day, sunny day, cloudy
Sometimes
days.
snowing as well. As you can see, like in the good weather, you can really see in the Qinghai Lake is cuddled by the snow-capped mountains.
Yeah.
This is really my favorite part of the Qinghai Lake because you feel like maybe you're not already on the planet already, you know? You can just feel these kind of giant snow-capped mountains surrounding the lake, and the birds are flying over the lake. You just feel you become part of the nature. If you stand next to the river and also to the lake, you close your eyes, you take a deep breath, you can really feel
very chill
this
and very
is
laid
nature.
back.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
as Liang said, Qinghai Lake is a habitat for a lot of animals and
crucial.
even some endangered species because the weather condition changes really fast, as I said. So the water is pretty cold and cool. So there are only a few species that can survive in the Qinghai Lake, just like huangyu, we're going to talk about today, the naked carps, a kind of fish, and also the black-necked crane, 黑颈鹤, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And what else? Tell us more.
I think we also can see some kind of the migrant birds like come from outside of China, for example, like the ruddy shelled duck, which can like fly over 1,000 miles away.
1,000 miles?
Yeah, from maybe India and outside China to come here and settle here and breeding here. This is really amazing. It's a long journey for these animals, but because of we can provide like food and also the quiet environment, that's why they come here every year, and more of them come every year, each year, right?
And more people choose come to travel around Qinghai Lake by road trip.
Yeah, exactly.
They stop driving by themselves, like my mom and dad, I told you before.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, my parents, they came to Qinghai Lake last year. They spent like 10 days
10
here.
days.
Yeah, 10 days here. So they went to see Qinghai Lake, definitely. Chaka, Ganyanghu, Chaka, Salt Lake, and even they went to Gansu province, Zhangye and Mogaoku, because the two provinces are very close.
That's a perfect route.
Yeah,
like, travel along.
Yeah, so that's a perfect route. That's why many people they choose to self-driving themselves.
Yeah,
you know, along the road on your left side. It's the dream like Qinghai Lake, and on your right side you can see the thick clouds and the snow peak. Yeah,
endless mountains.
Yeah, and nowadays more and more young people they are breaking
come to here.
new lifestyles.
Exactly, and they will travel with their bikes, like cycling around the lake. This is pretty interesting for me actually, because sometimes I will do like cycling in Beijing as well. Yeah, exactly. That's also a beautiful experience for me. But like cycling around this lake, which takes
how long is it?
The total distance is like 360 kilometers. Wow. So for me, maybe.
How long?
The new beginners like me will take like 6 days.
6 days, you're sure?
Yeah,
I would say like 2 weeks because you ride for 1 day and you have to rest your thigh. Your thigh soars for so much. You have to take a rest for 4 and 5 days.
Oh, exactly. You know me. You really know me. But you know what? For the experience, the cyclists, they come here, only take like 3 or 4 days. They can finish the whole distance. It's amazing. And we also know there are some matches of the cyclists over here, right?
Yeah. Do you heard of? It's called Tour of Qinghai Lake. So it's like an international cycling competition. It attracts like 20 teams from 5 continents. It attracts over 100 athletes to compete in Qinghai Lake each year. So each year the competition is held from June to May, the perfect season, the beautiful season of the Qinghai Lake. So the total length, the total race length lasts more than 1,000 kilometers. Can you believe? 1,000 kilometers.
That's not a thing for me. That's not a thing for me.
That's basically like 3 rounds of Qinghai Lake, right?
And this is not an event only for the Chinese people. This is like an international event.
Yeah,
because
super
from what I
international.
know, last year I think the champion was come from Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands?
Yeah, and the second prize goes to the Italian team.
Italian
Yeah,
team.
so if you're
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, if you are really fancy on this cycling things, you can really come to here, enjoying the beautiful views, and maybe get. I heard they have like huge,
Huge prize.
Yes.
Yeah. So the winner will get the prize that is $200,000 for the whole team.
Ooh,
Wow.
the talent people get the most wealthy reward.
Yeah, that's a reward.
Okay.
Well, so that's you know, a lot of people come to this competition because
Exactly.
it's on the plateau. So it's a test for the athletes, not for your endurance and also your skills. You have to ride your bike for the whole week on the altitude of 3,000 kilometers. That's super task.
Yeah, the whole team will running for maybe 2 weeks, like 40 days, only got 1 day for rest, and the rest of the days they have to cycling all the time.
Yeah, and back to our topic today. So, you know, a lot of people come to Qinghai Lake during June, not only for the beautiful scenery, but also there is a spectacular sight. That is the Qinghai naked carp, a type of fish. In Chinese, we call it huangyu. Huangyu, it's a dominant species in Qinghai Lake. So each year, starting from June, they swim upstream along the freshwater river.
The river like this.
Yeah, to spawn to lay eggs. So, I mean, can you imagine the tens of thousands of naked carps? They battle against the strong currents. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes they jump.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
even jump.
Yeah, that's the most captivating thing that everyone wants to see. I wanted to see as well. And you know, I know some people maybe never heard about huangyu because these
It's
fish.
so unique.
Yeah, it's very unique. You can only find in here, like in Qinghai Lake. There's their only habitat. So let me tell you more about these kind of fish. So this fish name, Chinese name is huangyu, and each name is Qinghai naked carp. True to its name, the naked carp lake scales. They have almost no scales.
So naked is for they don't
the
have
scales.
scales.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And giving
Carp
them
can tell us it's evolved from a carp.
yeah, and give them a smooth and almost a prehistoric look. And the color of them is almost similar with the river bed. So it's just one part of their natural evolution, I guess, helping them like hide from the predators over the water. And this is also really amazing to see them. If they stay at the riverbed, they looks like literally like stones, you know. So if you want to see them, you have to come very close and watch them closely. Otherwise, you won't able to find them actually, because the color is too like the stones at the bottom of the river.
So they camouflage them perfectly. The
Exactly.
color is very close to the riverbed, so you couldn't see. Even we are so close to the river, and we couldn't show you directly, but we have a video later, and that can show you how the fish looks like.
Now you can see the fish like really under the water, like a lot of them, one by one, like such a crowd under the water, and the bubbles are made by the swimming, swimming against the current under the water, as you can see.
I'm curious how to differentiate the male one and the female one.
Wow, that's a good question. I
Based
guess the
on
female
the-
one is slightly bigger or much bigger than
Uh-huh.
the male one. Normally, follow the principles of the nature has to be like this.
Wow, look at them! They're jumping out of the water. Right.
This is really a significant journey for them. This is the journey they are looking for their next generations and passing by their DNA.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very inspiring and cheerful. And during our trip along the Qinghai Lake, we saw a lot of people. And you know, children, they cheer up for the naked carp. Like, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, 加油, 加油.
加油.
Yeah, so it's very inspiring story for both the nature and the human being.
Yeah,
And speaking of why the naked carps, they have to take on the difficult journey. So that's a lot of reasons behind it. So let me tell you one by one. Okay, so the first one is the naked carp. Actually, it's freshwater fish. Though they live in the Qinghai Lake, they can tolerate the high saline alkaline. But actually, they are freshwater fish, so they have to lay their eggs to lay their baby fish in the fresh water. So they are the same like the migratory birds. Like,
also like a salmon.
Yeah,
right?
also like salmon. Yeah. So each year, starting from June to August, they will swim upstream to the freshwater rivers to lay eggs. And the second reason is, as I said before, Qinghai Lake is on the plateau, so the nutrition resources in the water is very low, and they are really hard to gain weight.
Yeah, but it's still very slow, right?
Yeah. The data set is that they can gain 500 grams in 10 years. That's really hard to imagine.
Yeah, it's like very slow grown fish.
Yeah. And the rush of water, the water can help
stimulate the development of their reproductive system.
Yeah, it's like a trigger, can stimulate them to mature.
Yeah, it reminds me of one word I just saw. It's like there's no rains, no grow up. So embrace all these troubles in your life to get up.
Exactly. And I think that's basically why the naked carp swim upstream.
Yeah, just for the breedings. But even if they can make this journey all through, all these troubles they've been through, but they still got another challenge because their natural reproduction rate.
Not only one challenge.
Yeah, challenges.
Challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So first one, we know. You know, when you battle against the currents, especially this year, because of the heavy rain and the flash floods, so it's really hard for them to, keep battling.
Swim harder.
Yeah.
Swim harder. Otherwise, you will be left in the lake and you would miss out your breeding season, or maybe you will die, or maybe you will caught by the water birds. Yeah. What a journey.
Yeah. And the second is that they often get stranded, just like the river next to us, because the Jinhui River, like I said, it's a very small water volume river. So
the riverbed is uneven, right?
Yeah, the riverbed is uneven, so they often get stranded. If you get stranded, you die out.
Yeah, you finish your whole journey. Yeah.
And with all these challenges in the water, they have to be vigilant to the danger overhead, because we know naked carp is the mainly food resources for all the birds here in Qinghai Lake. So when you swim really hard and the bird would come to swallow
they're
you
just watching
off.
at you. Yeah, they're seeing the food are swimming and we have to get them, otherwise we'll lose our lunch. But imagine if you are a naked carp, you go through all this hardness. Eventually, you get into a fresh water that you can lay your eggs, you can having babies, fertilize it, everything over there, a perfect breeding place for you. Still, you have another challenge. This is it's like you're born like that. The natural reproduction rates of the carps are really, really low. It's like 0.3%. Let me put it in this way. If you are a naked carp, you have 1,000 legs right now, and only 3 of them can survive. This is like a little bit tragic.
What a story! What a story! It's a miserable life.
Not that bad. Fortunately, there's some conservation works leading by the government right here, like from the policy, from the constructions, and from every aspect to help them to protect this kind of unique fish in the lake.
So firstly, how to do it?
Yeah, firstly, there's a famous lake closure policy. In over 40 years in here, There will 6 times of the lake closure for the fish breeding, which really helped. And then we also have we continuously carried out the artificial propagation and the release for the fish in about 20 years, I would say. And back to 2010, and the government here, the Qinghai province government, start to demolish the dams and also reconstructed the pathways. We paved the road for them.
Wow.
Like we make it easier for them to
Okay, I got it. It's
swim
like
back.
So it's like the local governments built a stairway for them.
Yeah, it's like a stairs.
Yeah, it's like much more easier
Yeah,
for
stairs.
them. You don't have to jump like 1 meters high.
Yeah, that's
and
too high for them.
You can
Yeah,
slightly,
of course.
slightly.
And also they build up the stairs coupled with the resting pool. What is resting pool? Is like when you jump out one stairs and then you can take a rest in the platform, and then you jump the second one. This makes things easier and energy saving.
That's so
Ways.
sweet.
Yeah, that's so sweet. I mean, and this is really works according to the data we have right now. Last year, the total population of the naked carp in the Qinghai Lake has reached 120,300 tons, which is 46 times of the number we got at the beginning. We launched the preservation work, which means all these measures, combined measures, are working for them, right? And another good news is they are no longer endangered species.
Wow.
Yes, now because of the rise of the population, they become vulnerable species. That's a good news, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly. And we say that the naked carps, they have like a huge population now.
Do you know who is the one, like, who will be the happiest one for this news?
I think it's the migratory birds.
I think so. Look at them. They're like really cannot wait to have more feast of fish.
Yes. As we say, the naked carp is like a few species that can survive in the Qinghai Lake. So they're also the main food resources for all the birds. That's huge. And so look behind us, you can see a lot of migratory birds. They're resting and hunting, chit-chatting.
Yeah.
This is a perfect spot for the migratory birds, for them for resting, for breeding. Yeah, so I think during the summertime.
Oh, look, they got one.
Wow,
look at
them.
Right side.
They're hunting fish, right?
Yeah, they're hunting fish. Just give them one moment. I think they almost get it. Oh yeah,
you got it.
Look, that guy is a big
Congrats,
fish.
guys.
But yeah, sorry for the fish.
You're full.
Yeah, so this is a great cormorant.
Cormorant?
Yeah,
cormorant?
Yeah, it's very common to see here, right here.
Yes.
It's a beautiful big black bird. They're really skillful at fishing. You can see
Look at this one, the fatty one.
This one is.
Are you gonna make it?
Oh, let's see.
Are you gonna make it? Wow.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, got one?
No,
it failed. Oops.
Uh-oh. You know, it's life. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed. But don't worry, there are a lot of fishes that you can fish. And that's brown-headed gauss.
Wow, look at this one. It's handsome. But I can't tell it's female or male one.
No, I can't.
It's gorgeous.
Don't put me in this situation. I really cannot. And this is like a small island for them. As part of the wetlands. If you come here at a very early morning, then you can see the scenery like this. Look at this. They're beautiful creatures, and they come all the way to here, which consume a lot of energy of them. And this is a famous birds island. So many of them. Can you imagine how many fish can really fit them? So we have to keep protecting the fishes to attract these birds to stay here and more birds to come.
And this to keep the whole ecosystem to be a healthy one and the biodiversity.
Yes, exactly. Look at the crown, it's so pretty.
Wow, look at the
you can really see the texture of their feather. And look at, that's their weapon. Yeah, wide open now for food, or maybe they're singing.
I mean, I haven't seen that much of birds in my whole life.
I think so. So when we came here at the first day for scouting, we were so surprised because imagine that you came here and they're just flying over around you, not too close, but you can see fly over and over again, different birds. Maybe the first day I saw 5 or 6 birds already. And you know what? In this summer so far, they already find over 47 species of different water birds come to here.
That's a lot. That's a lot of species. And for a lot of viewers that they want to come to Qinghai to have a travel trip, so what are your tips for them?
Of course, I think you have to say something about your packaging because I give you a lot of tips before you came here.
Exactly. Tips 1, bring as much as clothes to Qinghai.
Wind prevent clothes is essential for plateau environment.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, the sunshine is pretty strong here, but the wind is strong as well.
Yeah, it's
the
cold.
highest temperature in June is like 15 to 20 Celsius degree, and during the evening it's like only 4 to 5 Celsius degrees. So that's pretty cold.
Huge difference of the temperature in one day.
Yeah, you have to bring some warm clothes. So in case you're not getting ill here, because this is altitude, so you really have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And speaking of the food, we tasted a lot of gastronomy here. Yeah, the mutton,
that's tasty.
beef, because as you can see, the grasslands fit the best mutton and beef in the country. So we taste 手抓肉, right? 手抓羊肉.
Yeah,
the hand-grabbed mutton and a lot of noodle.
Yeah. The noodle made out by
It's very
potato is
chewy.
my favorite.
Yeah, it's very chewy.
And you know what's the most special thing is, I mean, in China, you can almost have all this tasty food around of China, but to having this tasty food in such kind of picturesque environment is very special, unique experience. You have to try this.
You can taste the authentic flavor of nature. Like the mutton, like the beef, they just raised up here. Yeah.
And I'm really, really glad that we can still keep all these things working, because we call this like a water, fish, birds, glass, ecosystems. It's a complete ecosystem with a very complete functions, and we're trying to keep it running because this can attract more water birds to here. And these water birds, you know what? There's a fun fact of the water birds. Waste actually feed the plankton of the water, and the plankton is also the food for the naked carps.
Oh, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a completely eco-cycle actually.
So, wow, I really like this place. I really like this place. So even though every day along the road, the scenery are basically the same, but I can still feel really chill, really laid back. That's the scenery we've rarely seen in the city.
This is just a place that can bring you peaceful mind. And I would say we have to protect this very well, because I want more people to enjoy the same feeling as us.
Yes, exactly. And we know Chinese President Xi Jinping inspected the Qinghai province this week. And during his inspection, he emphasized that strengthening eco-environment protection is the primary task for the Qinghai province. And he also said that the province must earnestly implement law on ecological conservation on Qinghai-Xizang Plateau and carry out major projects for preserving or restoring the key ecosystems.
Yeah, this reminds me of another thing he said before. President Xi once said, we should to preserve the nature and environment, just like protect our eyes. Yeah, this is a beautiful sentence, and here in Qinghai, I really see Qinghai's beautiful eyes. You can see a commitment to the eco protection reflects China's broader environmental efforts. And working by standing and working together, we can really, really keep this going and have safeguard our planet, and also to have beautiful and harmonious views like this. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the last 30 minutes with us. And see you soon.
With the beautiful view. Bye.
Bye bye.